Greetings, Earthlings! Welcome to another dorktacular episode of Urban Nerd Weekly. Today is Wednesday, August the 28th, and it's episode 20 of season 3. It's the season finale, in fact. Today's digital download is jam-packed as usual, and in today's nerd news update, we got the VMA recap. Gonna talk a little bit about Streets Fest. Purdue Pharma's in a big trouble. They got a $10 or $20 billion suit on their hands. Chicken Wars heats up, and so much more. So tune in, nerd out, to today's episode of Urban Nerd Weekly.
Hey, it's your boy Spaceship, man. I got a new podcast out I want y'all to subscribe to, bruh. It's called Urban Nerd Weekly, available on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play Music. My
Spaceship back up in the shit. How you snatching cups of beats? I'm about to hit the stick, so go and follow me on Twitch. Now watch me crank that urban. Now watch me crank that urban. Watch me crank that urban. Now watch me crank that urban. Spaceship back up in.
Hey, what's happening? It's your boy Space once again, man. For the season 3 finale, welcome back to the last episode of season 3 of Urban Nerd Weekly, man. I'm so glad you guys tuned in for this episode. It's gonna be semi-epic. You know what I mean? It's the last episode of season 3. It's like a tearjerker. Like I'm tripping off the fact that I'm already on. Well, I should actually be further along than season 3. It's just this is the first podcast I've taken this far, so it's exciting. It's fun. But once again, thank you guys for tuning in to this episode. You know, we got a lot going on. Like I said, it's the season 3 finale. Oh, before I get into anything, on last week's episode, I was telling you guys about my latest parody song, which is Walked In, a parody to Walked In by Bankroll Fresh. Rest in peace to Bankroll. I have a new parody song out, and it's a tribute song. I did a parody to Walked In featuring Travis Porter. I walked in the bed, looked like a trap when I walked in the building. You know what I'm saying? So I did look like a pastor when I walked in the building. Because, you know, pastors be fresh as hell, ironically. But yeah, like last week I said that his birthday was August the 5th and that he was taken away from us around this time of year. Actually, his birthday is August the 2nd. His birthday is August the 2nd. And he was actually killed in March. It wasn't in August. It was March. So I'm sorry for misinforming people about that. But definitely check out the parody song. I've got it uploaded. I'm gonna circle back to the song later. Let's get into the order of things. Today is yesterday or the day before yesterday was Women's Equality Day. So Monday was Women's Equality Day. And yeah, so I feel like, okay, so let's be real. Did anybody celebrate Women's Equality Day? No. I don't even know a single woman that told me about Women's Equality Day. And matter of fact, now that I think about it, we had a Women's Day either earlier this year or at the tail end of last year, and I said Happy Women's Day to all the women at my job, and they was like, oh shit, it's Women's Day? All right, cool. Like, I think they just making up holidays and adding them shits to the calendar to see what's gonna stick and what's people's gonna... Because people will celebrate some shit if you just tell them that they could do it on this particular day. But nonetheless, you know, here at Urban Nerd Weekly, we like to wish all the holidays because we're happy nerds over here. So happy Women's Equality Day, belated anyway. And to all the women, I'd like to let you guys know that I think we're at the point where women are, you know, damn near equal. As soon as we get like, you know, a couple of more things that I'm sure y'all will let it be known that y'all want. Then we'll be all the way equal, but most of the chicks I know make more money than I do, so I think we equal than the motherfucker right now. Well, I say half. I ain't gonna say most. I say half the women I know make more money than I do. But either way, that day has gone and passed. To let y'all, go rolling on to the next part, let y'all know we sitting it on these digital streets where we reside on this virtual block. Y'all can catch the show Urban Nerd Weekly on Facebook and Instagram. Make sure you hit that follow and like button respectively. We are a very bustling community on there, man. It's growing day by day and I'm loving it. You know what I'm saying? Thanks to all my faithful Urban Nerd Weekly listeners that helped me celebrate one of the episodes getting more than 100 plays. That was awesome. I was so excited. Make sure you guys check out Nerd X Slime, and that's the episode that got all the views and shit. It was great. I love it. It was a good episode. It was fun to record, and I think everybody really dug it. So you make sure you check it out if you haven't yet. And speaking of which, if you have not yet subscribed to the show, make sure you guys, if you are not already subscribed to the show, make sure you hit us up on wherever podcasting platform that you prefer to listen to, because we're on everything except for Spotify and iHeartRadio. And I'm going to change that soon. Like, we're going on a 2-week break. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm going to explain it all in a little bit. So yeah, we're on everything except for Spotify and iHeartRadio right now, but we're coming soon. But if you're, you know what I'm saying, if you're listening to the show on SoundCloud, make sure you definitely hit that subscribe button, or follow. Is it follow or subscribe on SoundCloud? I can't even fucking remember anymore. I be just moving so fast when I get on there. I don't even remember what the buttons be saying. But make sure you follow the show on SoundCloud. If you listen on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spreaker, TuneIn, any of those podcasting platforms, make sure you follow us on there, subscribe on there. Make sure you leave comments, you know what I'm saying, rate the show, tell us what you think, man. Because, with this hiatus coming up between season 3 and season 4, I'm definitely going to be more interactive with you guys to try to figure out what exactly, y'all want to hear more of on the show. Like, we're already getting people kind of telling us, on the Urban Nerd Weekly Facebook page, about what they want to see and hear on the show. You know what I'm saying? We're definitely going to be having a lot more fun next season. Like I said, I'll be getting into that in a second. I can't want to get ahead of myself because I'm so fucking excited. But yeah, that's where we're at on, you know what I'm saying? So y'all can also subscribe and follow. Make sure y'all give us some high ratings, and let us leave positive and negative comments. Don't be afraid to speak your mind. And also, I know nerds love to correct people, so if there's any time that on the show y'all hear me say something that is all for untrue, or I maybe missaid it or misspoke or jumped the gun and said something that I thought would be true or whatever, just you can totally call me out on that shit too, because I'm that's how we make the show better as a whole, by making sure we fact check this shit. You know what I mean? I don't want to be one of the people that just start flying off at the mouth about bullshit and just go unchecked for, years. And it just makes me think I'm way smarter than I fucking am. You know what I mean? So yeah, make sure y'all do that. Y'all can find me personally on social media, the big 3, that being Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, all at Space Was Here, at SPAYCEWUZHERE. And if you add a .com to that is my website, spacewashere.com. I ain't gonna cap, man. I haven't updated the site like I should be. I haven't been updating the site like I should be. I'm definitely about to be revamping the site during this little 2-week break that I'm having for the show. So, you know what I'm saying? But make sure, regardless of whether I update the website or not, make sure you join the mailing list, because that is how you get on the early list to get all of the free merch and all of the free giveaways and stuff that I got coming up at the beginning of and throughout season 4. That's how you get on the everybody on the early list. They're gonna get shit the whole season. Everybody else is gonna get what they win based off the episodes that they participate with, or how early in the season they try to join the gang. But more on all that in time, all in due time. But make sure you guys follow me on the social media sites. You know what I'm saying? Join the mailing list on the website. And then the website, as after I've, revamped it a bit, it will also be the central location for all of my content, including Urban Nerd Weekly, as well as my other content, such as my parodies, my parody songs. I got some original comedy songs coming as well. Also, we'll be having videos for those, as well as skits and vlogs, which will be living, you know what I'm saying? They'll be coming from my YouTube page, which I just launched last week. Well, I just kind of officially relaunched the YouTube page last week. You guys know I've had the YouTube page for like 2 years. I don't really promote it much because it's just, right at the current time, it's been nothing but, just kind of visual, just like basically audio of Urban Nerd Weekly on there. Kind of just been trying to cultivate the show for the last couple of years and get it to a certain point of where I feel like, I can juggle it with my other content now, and I'm like so excited that I'm at this point. I just released the first new video on my YouTube page. It's Space Vlog number 1, so make sure you guys check that out. It's basically just, letting everybody know I'm back on the block, I'm back in the trap, like I'm back on the scene, bro. Like, I ain't been on YouTube in a minute, like making videos. So it's all. I'm really excited to be back vlogging again. I definitely can't wait to start putting up skits. As a matter of fact, one of the biggest helpers on the show, Miss Nano Kitty Cat. If you haven't followed her on Instagram yet, make sure you follow her. It's Nano_Kitty_Cat. She will definitely be in some skits, and not to mention, she's definitely going to be a more integral part of Urban Nerd Weekly come season 4. So I can't wait for you guys to see all of what she's got going on. Like, she's fucking hilarious, dude, and plus she's one of the coolest nerds I know, and she goes hard about the nerd shit, man. She loves to get the facts straight. She does great research and shit. Like, you could kind of tell the episodes that she's helped me with, because those are the more, like, outside of how well researched everything was in season 1, as of like season 2 and 3, she's done like a great bit of the real deep dive and research into some of the topics that we've gotten into over the past 2 seasons. So as season 4 rolls in, you guys are going to be hearing and seeing more of Nano Kitty Cat on the show, and she'll be a part of the YouTube page. So make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube page. It's youtube.com/Space Was Here. Or is it just Space? I think it's Space Was Here. I'm going to make sure, but I'm going to put the link in the episode description, so just in case I say it wrong, you can still click the right link anyway. However, like I said, if you go on YouTube and search Space Vlog 1, that'll take you straight to the pages coming off of. You guys know the spaceship logo by now. It's on the Instagram. It's on the Twitter. It's on the Facebook. Just look for the same thing on YouTube, bro. I promise you, just hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, because I got more videos coming. I'm about to be busting y'all upside the head, bro. As a matter of fact, like, I'm going to go ahead and just explain what's coming up next before I even get into the nerd news update and all that stuff and the digital download. So what's going on right now is I just dropped a parody song for Bankroll Fresh. Rest in peace to him. Like I said, make sure y'all check that out on soundcloud.com/Space Was Here. Like, after a while, I'm just gonna be like telling y'all to hit the website at spacewashere.com, and I think eventually I'm probably gonna give Urban Nerd Weekly its own website, but we gotta build up everybody in order to, we gotta build up like the numbers. We gotta make the numbers look right, so that way we could funnel everything in. So, make sure you guys, follow me on the social media, follow the show on the social media, and spread the word. If you love the show, tune in, nerd out every week. Like, that's gonna be the other thing. Like I said, we're gonna switch back to how it was on season 1 and do one like huge, really good episode every week, instead of trying to give y'all like 2 episodes that I gotta rush out and shit. And I don't, it's so many mistakes and, so many little things that y'all probably don't even give a shit about, but just could drive me crazy about the show. I want to give y'all quality. I love creating quality content for people. That's one thing, and I know it's gonna set me apart from my entire career, is like the quality, and the potency of my shit. So, like I said, just thank you for supporting. Thanks. I don't thank you guys enough. All the people that actually already fuck with me, like, I want to give y'all the biggest thank you. Like, a lot of people don't know I've been fucking with this online content creation shit for like 10 years now. Like, pretty much before I was like, when I was in high school, that's when the MySpace shit started blowing up, and everybody started making music and doing videos, and the podcasting scene kind of was starting to bubble even more than too. And I just been dabbling and trying to just live life, trying to make these things happen. So everybody that actually tunes in and nerd out every week with me, everybody that's already been fucking with me since 3 YouTube pages ago, everybody that's, you know what I'm saying, that listened to all my old shit when I was in high school, like Lotion Bottle, like the song I did, Lotion Bottle, you know what I'm saying, all that crazy shit. Everybody that was fucking with me after the car accident, man, you know, all the folks that went to high school with me, you know what I'm saying, from the talent shows I done did, you know, all that shit, man. I really do be wanting to thank everybody. A lot of, you know, a few of y'all who've been really, you know what I'm saying, like true friends to me and have known what I've been going through in life, you know what I'm saying. Everybody been, you know what I'm saying, just keeping my head up, keeping me above water. I've been in a dark place and I'm in such a lighter place now. And because I've been there, like one of the missions I have with my content is to help other people come out of that dark place. Like with comedy and infotainment shit, like the content that I create, it like, if you want to keep loving this shit, you got to stay here. You got to make a life, you know what I'm saying? You got to make life worth living again. That's the secret to coming out of the dark place. And I want to thank everybody who in a big and small way has had anything to do with me sticking with my craft, you know what I'm saying, keeping hope alive and all that shit. I really appreciate everybody that's had anything to do with that, that supported me in any way. Just even if you just clicked and listened to some of my songs, or you know, every now and then, like every couple of years, you just wonder if Chauncey's still doing that comedy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just said my real name, bro. Like, I'm for real right now. Y'all, if you one of the people that just once in a while, and you wonder if Chauncey's still doing that comedy shit, and y'all just click some shit just to say, hey, man, I'm still fucking with you. Thank you for that shit too, bro. I really do appreciate it. Season 4, we're gonna be doing some big shit. It's gonna be big shit popping. Like and that's gonna be a part of why I'm giving away so much free shit, is because of the people that have kept my content alive, kept me focused and motivated ever since I was Nova Black and all that shit, like all that. So I appreciate that. But enough with me being all sappy and shit. Let's get back into today's episode of Urban Nerd Weekly. You know what I'm saying? But seriously, thank you. But yeah, let's go on into today's episode. And today's digital download is jam-packed as usual. In today's video game section, we got Shenmue 3 that comes out on PS4 and PlayStation 4 and the PC today. Control comes out on PlayStation 4, PC, and Xbox One today. And the new World of Warcraft comes out on PC today. Astral Chains comes out on the Switch on Friday, on the 30th. The Dark Pictures, Man of Medan, MEDAN, however you pronounce that shit, comes out on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC, also on Friday, August the 30th. In today's Nerd News update, of course, y'all already know, one of the first things I got to talk about is the VMAs. So, you know, as usual, the Video Music Awards, as they are called on VH1 MTV Network, Viacom shit, which is what they should really be called, a Viacom Music Association. But anyway, the VMAs happened over the weekend, and of course, you know what I'm saying, it was lit with tons of performances and shit like that. And, you know what I'm saying, some legendary moments happened as usual. You know what I'm saying, Taylor Swift, as usual, was a part of one of those legendary moments by calling out Donald Trump and his administration during the VMAs. And it's so funny that happened too, because John Travolta, he tries to give the VMA, he was presenting an award, he tried to give it to the wrong Taylor Swift, which I don't know how the fuck that happened. But yeah, it was also the first time that comedian Sebastian Maniscalco got to it was his first hosting gig, and I haven't really heard much about this guy, but I'm definitely going to be looking more into him, because he hosted the show. Like, that's kind of what I do every time too. Every time they have a new host, and if I see somebody hosting an award show and they're like a comedian, I immediately go look them up. That's why you get the gig though. Like, if I'm a comedian, if I do award shows, it's because I want you to be like, who the fuck is that guy? That's why you do it. So I'm gonna look into him and see what's up. And that's another thing I'm gonna be bringing back into Urban Nerd Weekly is the more celebration of stand-up comedy element, because I feel like I've kind of gotten away from that, and I think that's made people kind of forget. That's my thing. That's numero uno for me. Is comedy and shit. So that's definitely one thing I'm bringing back in season 4. But anyway, so that was his first hosted gig. One of the most more notable moments of the VMAs were Marc Jacobs, Mr. Jury Watch Guy. Marc Jacobs received the first ever Fashion Trailblazer Awards for his impact on the culture. You know what I'm saying? And plus, apparently his runway shows be lit as shit. And they, they become legendary. So he got the first Fashion Trailblazer Award in VMA history. So shout out to him for that. Lil Nas X performance was one of the more notable performances, and he also won an award for Song of the Year for, of course, Old Town Road, which broke Mariah Carey's record for the longest running consecutive number one hit single in American music history, actually. So shouts out to him for that and winning Song of the Year, and as well as an awesome performance, as well as the video. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the video. Like, I think he got, did he get another award? Or I think he was nominated for director, best directed video, or best edited video, or some shit like that too. So that was a good look. But of course, the show-stopping moment of the VMAs was, of course, Missy Elliott winning the Video Vanguard Award, and that was awesome, especially since she was the first female MC to receive that award. And not only did she win the award, because let's be real, Missy Elliott got some fire-ass videos. Like, over the decades, my nigga, she done dropped some excellent visuals to go along with some great music that her, and as well as the shit that her and Timbaland did together. Like, that was the very epic shit. I grew up on that shit. But not only that, she did an amazing performance and was brought out by Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like, one of the forefronts of the female MCs right now, brought out Missy Elliott. And not to mention, Cardi videos be lit as shit too. Like, I don't know if y'all be paying attention, but they be some real nice visual concepts. They don't just be, some shit that would be, like, she could easily just make every video like a different version of like the video she did for Bodak Yellow, and people will ride with this shit and vibe to the music the same. But these videos really be creative as fuck. Like, she was really, like, if we're gonna call out somebody for, being like, somebody's dropping 5 videos now, like how Busta Rhymes and Missy Elliott used to do back in the day, we could definitely say Cardi's in the top rankings for creative videos. I mean, she's probably only getting outdone by like Chris Brown and Lil Dicky right now. And that's just because Chris Brown makes so many fucking songs that by the time he's made a video for half the album, he's gonna think of some pretty fire shit to put in the video, because he's made so many videos, he's gotta do something different now. This nigga done walked up walls and had little kids dancing with him on the fucking ceiling and shit. What the fuck else is he gonna do? But yeah, one of the coolest things about Missy Elliott's performance was she did Work It. If you don't know the song, it's work it with the work it. I put my thing down, flip it in the verse it. It's your yeah. I really just tried to word that shit. But y'all know what song I'm talking about, right? The fucking that song. Well, if y'all remember the video, there was like this show-stopping this little white girl in the video. And I only bring up the fact she was white because everybody in the fucking video is black, and it stood out like that. So, she was the little kid. She was dancing her ass off in the video, if y'all remember that shit, right? And then, like, she kind of did, like, a couple of other music videos because she could dance real good. And even ended up, like, doing cameos on, like, Disney shows and shit, if y'all remember. I think she ended up being on, like, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody and a couple of other shows. Like, she kind of, she jugged that shit into a nice little couple of moves for her career and shit. It was cool as fuck, right? Well, guess what? Missy Elliott brought her ass back to the VMAs to dance for that song for her performance in the show, and she motherfucking killed that shit. So, y'all best believe if y'all ain't seen that yet, y'all need to at least look up that part, because that shit was a monster. But that's all for the VMAs. On to the next story in today's Nerd News Update. Streets Fest happened in Atlanta also over the weekend. And man, when I tell you the city was lit for Street Fest, I mean, I didn't get to go, but I'm telling you, I got off work in the middle of the night and traffic was still fucked up because people was lit as shit coming from that way. I mean, and you know, it was awesome. They had folk, you know, of course they had Megan Thee Stallion, they had the baby, they had Lil Baby, they had, of course, a lot of current folks, you know what I'm saying? But then they had people, you know what I'm saying? Of course, they had like light-skinned Keisha and shit, but they brought motherfucking Fable ass back up out that bitch. Like, yeah, bro, they was that turned. They had Dro, PS, and all of, you know what I'm saying, Grand Hustle up in that motherfucker, man. Like, I heard it was a real turn show. So if you went to Streets Fest and you got any memories you want to share, please leave a comment under the show wherever you listening to it at, and make sure y'all tell me about y'all experience at Street Fest. I gotta go next year, man. I can't. I just had already done took off days this week and that week. It was just you know, too much for me. Couldn't afford it. But if you could, let me know how it went down, and then next year I'm definitely going up in that thing. Next piece of news in today's Nerd News Update isn't actually news. It's really just kind of like an update from last week's episode when we were talking about the chicken wars between Popeyes, Chick-fil-A, Bojangles, and even Wendy's jumped in to spar. You know what I'm saying? You know, Chick-fil-A, you know, they've done the right move. They haven't said a lot, and that's because they the goats of this chicken sandwich shit. Ain't no need for y'all to be coming down here, you know, scrapping with these motherfuckers over chicken sandwiches, and when this is what y'all do all day, every day. Wendy's talking that cash money shit, and they can, because they food is good as shit, and they chicken sandwich is good. However, I did tell you I was going to go and get me a sample from each restaurant so I can come back and tell y'all about how I feel about this shit. Okay, so the Popeyes chicken sandwich, I have eaten it. It was good as fuck. I'm not gonna lie, it was good as shit. Now, apparently, here's what the comparison is supposed to be. It's that sandwich, and then Wendy's got that spicy chicken sandwich, right? I can't remember the name. I know I bought it though, because that motherfucker was like $6 and some change and some shit like that. Like, it was good. I ain't gonna lie. It was actually pretty fucking good. I've eaten it. I've worked at Chick-fil-A before. Like, when I worked there, the chicken sandwich, the spicy chicken sandwich that Chick-fil-A has now, when I used to work there back in the early 2000s, like, we used to make that sandwich on break. You couldn't even buy that sandwich. It didn't exist on the menu yet. We would just mix up the shit that we already had. That's why the sandwich is so easy for them to sell y'all, because it was shit they already had laying around in the store that you could just easily make the sandwich with. And I gotta tell you, like, ever since then, that's what I've been comparing these, you know, Southwest spicy Southern style chicken sandwiches to. And I'm telling you, nobody's topping that shit. Like, even that Bojangles spicy chicken biscuit, that shit is off the fucking chain. But I ain't gonna lie, when I go to Bojangles, I'm going for the Bowberry biscuits, my nigga. I don't really give a fuck about Bojangles chicken biscuits. Like, I'm there for the biscuits, nigga. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, y'all biscuits is what's drawing me to Bojangles. Popeyes, that chicken sandwich is on fucking point. And Wendy's, y'all shit is on point too. But I'm sorry, I gotta go with the GOAT. Like, even though, you know what I'm saying, they was mean to them gay people whenever they was trying to get their rights and shit, they was not fucking up that chicken motherfucking sandwich. And it still reigns supreme right now. So you can fight me all you want to, but yo, the king has spoken. But on to the next little bit of today's Nerd News Update. Opioid seller Purdue Pharma is in a lot of hot water right now over a real big settlement they got going on. I'm talking like 10 to 20 billion dollars big, bruh. According to NBCnews.com, Purdue Pharma offers 10 to 12 billion to settle opioid claims. The lawsuit alleged the company and the Sackler family are responsible for starting and sustaining the opioid crisis. The maker of OxyContin, Purdue Pharma, and its owners, the Sackler family, are offering to settle more than 2,000 lawsuits against the company for $10 billion to $12 billion. The potential deal was part of confidential conversations discussed by Purdue's lawyers at a meeting in Cleveland. Last Tuesday, August the 20th, according to two people familiar with the mediation. Brought by state, cities, and counties, the lawsuits, some of which have been combined into one big case, allege the company and the Sackler family are responsible for starting and sustaining the opioid crisis. At least 10 state attorneys generals and plaintiffs' attorneys gathered in Cleveland, where David Sackler represented the Sackler family. According to two people familiar with the meeting, David Sackler, who was a board member of the company, has recently been the de facto family spokesperson. The lawsuit that Purdue and the Sacklers are seeking to settle alleged that their company's sales practices were deceptive and at least partly responsible for the opioid crisis, which claimed more than 400,000 lives from 1999 to 2017. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, some of the lawsuits also allege that after 2007, the Sackler family drained the company of money to enrich themselves. The Sackler family built a multi-billion-dollar drug empire based on addiction. This is a quote from New Jersey Attorney General Gabriel Grewal back in May, when his state joined others in suing the Sackler family and their company. Massachusetts Attorney General Maura Healey was the first to name family members in their suit back in January. Purdue Pharma, which makes the opioid painkiller OxyContin, and the Sackler family have denied the allegations laid out in the lawsuits. In a statement to NBC News, the company said, while Purdue Pharma is prepared to defend itself vigorously in the opioid litigation, the company has made clear that it sees little good coming from years of wasteful litigation and appeals. The people and communities affected by the opioid crisis need help now. Purdue believes in a constructive global resolution is the best path forward, and the company is actively working with the state attorneys generals and other plaintiffs to achieve this outcome, the company added. A representative for the Sackler family did not respond to a request for comment. At the Cleveland meeting, the company presented a plan for Purdue to declare the Chapter 11 bankruptcy and then restructure into a for-profit public benefit trust, according to the summary term sheet that was read to NBC News and other sources who are familiar with the potential deal. The Purdue lawyers claim that the value of the trust to plaintiffs would include more than $4 billion in drugs that will be provided in cities, counties, and states to help people familiar with the matter said. Some of the drugs are used to rescue people from overdoses. The in-kind drugs, combined with profits from the sales of drugs, would add up to a total Purdue settlement of $7 billion to $8 billion, according to two people familiar with the offer. Man, what the that is a lot of money. I'm sorry, people, but damn. That's a lot of dope. That is a lot of drugs. That is a lot of getting high. Like OxyContin, I've known quite a few people that have gotten hooked on OxyContin, and it's a crazy thing to hear a pharmaceutical company actually getting their head buzzed for this shit, but it's something that should have been happening a long time ago. Truth be told, yes, and I'm glad they named it as the sales practices, because what the truth of the matter is they be kicking these doctors extra money to make sure these drugs get pushed out whenever there's even like a slight need for the prescription, so that they can move more units to this shit. And now, because of it so much being pushed out there like that, this shit that hit the streets, and it's like another cocaine or heroin. It's, you know what I'm saying? So I'll be interested to see, how this really, comes to be. I mean, that is a lot of drugs. Jeez. Like, I don't know even of a myth of a drug dealer from any hood in America that did that much shit, that's moving that much. I mean, damn, man. I mean, Meech was pulling in dough. You know what I'm saying? Frank Lucas was pulling in some fucking dough. But the Sackler family, damn, them the real kingpins right there. That's some crazy shit. That's all for today's Nerd News Update, man. But before I get up out of here, I just want to remind you guys, thank you for riding it out all the way through season 3 with us, man. Even with this last little couple of episodes here, I've been running them without Wi-Fi, so I've been having to really hustle to make sure I get these episodes out to you guys. And I really appreciate y'all tuning in and nerding out and checking out everything. I'm so happy, man. But like I said, we're gonna be gone for 2 weeks until before season 4 starts. So we, just ain't gonna be no episode for like 2 weeks. Then we're going to come hit y'all upside the head with a brand new episode beginning of season 4 2 weeks from now. But in between time, in the meantime, I do have a new parody song coming out. But make sure y'all go ahead and check out the Bankroll Fresh parody I just dropped recently. But I got a new parody song coming out. I ain't going to tell y'all. I'm gonna start dropping a couple of hints as to what the song is going to be. And then by the time y'all figure it out, I'm going to drop the song. I got a couple of YouTube videos that I'm about to be dropping, so I'm be making sure. So make sure y'all check for these next 2 weeks. So I'm be dropping 2 new YouTube videos, 1 new parody song, and I'm also going to be taking a lot of time out to get all this merch together. Y'all know I've been talking about getting the t-shirts and maybe coffee mugs and shit like that. I got them on deck. Plus I got the free game cards like for Xbox, PlayStation, and shit like that. I even have stuff for like iTunes and Google Play. So you know what I'm saying, make sure y'all join the mailing list on spacewashere.com in order to get the early sign up for that. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all for tuning in and nerding out. My name is Space. See, I was here, but now I'm